Internets. This podcast is brought to you in conjunction with Rode Microphones. RODE.com. Microphones are the official microphones of the Loudspeakers Network. I am using the Rode Procaster. This is the best microphone for podcasts. Rode Microphones, RODE.com. If you have a podcast and you need a microphone. Internets, we are not here to harm you. We are here to help you. We are Talkitecture. A-King. A-King on the boards. A-King.
Yo, salute. What up?
Good to see you, brother.
Yo, I think we got to do the Insta Live more often. But without you doing
No. You did not comply with the rules for the Insta, so...
What was the rules?
Okay, you were supposed to take off... A-King was on Insta.
This is mad egregious.
I'm just saying, you had on a comforter.
I was in my bed.
A-King, it's July. It's hotter than July.
No, but the AC was on blast, brother. Hotel rooms, bro. You know?
Internets, A-King. A-King on the boards. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too, sir.
We are surrounded by the talkers, the great thinkers that you have come to experience on the Talkitecture podcast. Haitian Miguel, good day.
My brother, how are you, man?
Does it ever stop?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't. And I know it doesn't because we have a good friend of the Combat Jack show here. Person I haven't seen in quite some time, and
Ben
to be honest, no.
What up, Ben? Oh, I thought it was Ben Amin.
No.
Man Raz?
No. So it's someone I haven't seen in quite some time, and to be frank, not really that happy I'm seeing him now.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow.
Damn. Fucking with you, great guy, wonderful human being, a scholar, a prince among men, premium motherfucking Peter's in the building.
Cheer.
How are you?
Man, I'm happy to be here.
You look great, bro.
Listen, shouts to Haitian Miguel, okay? Shouts to, I love anyone who can be himself. And that's Haitian motherfucking Miguel. DP, man, I'm glad I'm finally able to come to the Talkitex, talk with these motherfuckers. I see Barker's users in my cut.
Hold on. Let's finish the rotation.
Go ahead, get my bad.
I'm sorry, I threw you off there.
Well, no, not at all, because Premium just handed it to Barker Yeezus. Barker Yeezus.
There you go.
Barker Yeezus.
Good evening, Dallas.
Barker Yeezus, man, like I haven't seen you so clean shaven. Like
Motherfucker's shining.
I want to know, Barker Yeezus, what
Robert Chambers.
what's the motivation? You look fantastic, mind you.
Oh, it's just stop drinking coffee.
Okay.
I thought he finished his album.
Coffee makes you
He
grow a
upped the
beard?
cocaine and down the fucking coffee.
Oh no, we don't do
Starting
anything
early.
like that.
No blow?
I started drinking matcha instead.
You never did
Nice.
You never did a line ever.
Nice. Matcha.
Hold on.
I don't fuck with lines, dude.
No, I
don't
mean,
you know me?
No.
You never went out drinking with me. I don't
No.
do fucking lines.
I never went out drinking with you.
I walk right in.
Okay.
Bars.
Barker Yeezus, good to see you, brother. I got to text the internet. Barker Yeezus has on a Prince t-shirt via Classic Material New York.
Rest in peace, Prince.
Shut up. Yes, of course. Yes, indeed.
Classic Material.
Yes, indeed. But seriously, though, Barker Yeezus, good to see you.
Always good to see you. You look good.
Thanks. Girl Joy. Joy the Great. Good to see you.
Good to be seen. Glad to be here.
Yes, indeed. How you doing?
I'm chilling. Can't complain at all.
I'm just excited to see your face up from Candy Crush.
Yeah, every once in a while, I'm trying to give you guys some eye contact every once in a while. No, it's Candy Crush.
How has the summer treated you, Joy the Great?
Summer's been good, man. Mm-hmm. Feeling good. A lot of events.
You look tanned, a little tan.
Low tan?
You look low-key tan. That's low-key. You look like the kind of tan that you was under tent. You was outdoors, but you was under tent.
No, you know what this is? This is the tan that you get like from walking, like from store to store. I don't really like the sun.
Okay.
I don't like the heat.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I said it's low-key tan. It's just a little goldening. All right, it's summertime. I mean, listen, this is it. This comes around every year, and man, it's the best time. It's the energy. We also have GY with us tonight. GY on the mic. GY, how you doing, GY?
Groove, I'm well, man. Good to see you, bro.
All right, GY is like, if you ever watch Star Trek and you remember that Irish dude, Scotty, who they had down like in the engine. GY is in the engine tonight. I'm sorry about that, GY. I almost missed.
It's packed. It's packed in the house, man. I'm
Yes,
just happy
indeed.
to be here, G.
Yes, indeed. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. So tonight, our guest is longtime podcaster. He invented the format of podcasting. Before it was called internet radio. When Premium Pete came into the shit, PNC radio, it became podcasting.
Ah, yeah.
It really did.
It did.
Before it was internet radio. All right, think about that. Think about that kind of shift that one person creates.
I heard someone say he was the first person to do a hip hop podcast recently. And I was like, wait, I know you guys are doing it, but I'm a fan from the outside. I don't know who started what. But did you guys start before Peter Rosenberg or did
No.
you start?
They
were before us.
Peter Rosenberg
They were,
had a podcast. The Juan Epstein was already.
When was one?
So
when
he
did
started,
and
he
then-
started
and then-
before you, so he's first.
When did one
well,
actually?
actually,
Oh, yeah.
actually,
Oh,
and then and also let's not forget, It's the Real had the podcast too. It was under another name though.
Were they a podcast or were they a video? Were they making podcasts or were they doing videos?
They was doing both.
What are those two guys' names?
It's
Jeff
real.
and Eric.
Who, Jeff and Eric?
The twins.
Rosen.
Are they
call them
twins?
twins.
Oh, they're not twins, but
They
They're
are
twins.
twins. There's
Oh, they are
another. There's
twins?
another third brother that's twins. That's one of them. but
Listen, they became twins because of that.
they are
shit.
label mates too.
They twins.
No, but I would say, let's make the record straight.
Yeah.
Juan Epstein, shouts to Peter Rosenberg and Cypher Sounds, but I feel like they came first.
What year did Juan Epstein drop?
Maybe like 2008.
Yeah.
But the thing is this, and the reason why I give comment, and I'm
We
I'm
gotta
not
go
being
to the,
biased.
we gotta go to the old data files of the internet.
Yeah, you're right. You had to go to iTunes. I don't know
The
if
internet show, like if you had a DivShare account in like 2007,
Damn, DivShare.
were
Space.
you? Shouts to my man that work at Complex. That I think he might have that thing saved. somewhere.
so there's some.
The
there might be a
first
dispute
podcast
here.
was many podcasts before Juan Epstein.
Wait.
Because I wasn't even the first podcast.
I mean,
No, not the first. I'm talking about like the first
Hip-hop
podcast. Yeah, in the hip hop.
They just had some New York media push. People were doing it. It was popping.
I just give, and not to be biased, I just give Combat Jack Show the full credit only because I feel like we weren't at a radio show. When Juan Epstein started, they were at a radio show. So it's not hard to tell Rick Ross, like, after he's done with the morning show, come in this room.
So they had the cheat code.
And I'm not saying, I'm not knocking them for it. They took
It's what it
advantage
is.
of what
Right,
they
right,
had.
right,
But
right.
we really had to rely on, Combat being a friend of somebody, Dallas being a friend of somebody, me being a friend of somebody, King being a friend of
You
somebody.
have friends?
Yeah, our friends our friends
Once in a
wasn't
while.
Rick Ross though. He had like
No, we had, well, we had better than that. We had Sean Price. We had, MOP was there. I mean, it's so early on. But I'm just saying, I
Right.
feel like, yes, if we want to say Juan Epstein was the first hip hop podcast, I do believe that we took it and pushed it to a new level.
So having the first hip hop podcast, it's kind of like, the context under which I heard that comment made was like what I did for the culture. And, no, that's literally what I said. I created the first hip hop. I'm like, so you did that for the culture? No, you did that because you were working at a fucking radio station.
I think we gotta rely. We probably should reach out to the historian himself, Dart Adams. 'Cause I'm pretty sure in his lexicon he has all the dates.
Not fuck the dates. I'm talking about when you say my contribution to the culture is a podcast.
Well, he's right to say that. We could say that too.
No.
Yeah,
But let him say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say when.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Like,
King.
Combat Jack.
Facts.
That's a different.
No, but
What
no,
about?
If you,
No, hold
go
on.
back to the blogging and then you go into the podcast, that's a contribution. You go into his career as an attorney.
Yeah.
Then whatever happens there, it blows up, and then he starts blogging about what went on in the industry.
his
back in the
career.
day.
Sure.
Bro, that's a contribution. You giggling with rappers after you're on fucking Hot 97 is not a contribution, bro.
Reflections can't be contributions.
What are you talking about?
He's offering his perspective, which helps people understand.
No, he's interviewed like.
I like you said reflection too, because reflection is
Without a writer.
is not even a view of the actual event occurring. It's a distorted view.
I'm not as smart as you guys. I'm talking. I think Pete hit it on the head. You're talking about a guy that took advantage of where he was, and he wants to giggle with rappers, and he did that with his buddy. That's what it was. Like, we're not going to complicate this.
But I think they did it. I will say that they did it. It seemed like they was doing it from a hobby perspective. I don't think they was doing it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Anything.
That's exactly what it
I
just
don't
said.
even think.
But that's how we started too. Like
I don't even think there's a legitimate argument for them to even be the first.
Well,
When
that
would
you got to
they
check.
have been the first?
I mean, it's
That's
never-
besides the point for
That's-
me.
that's the
I'm
bottom
talking about
line.
a contribution to
That's
the
the bottom
culture.
line. Contribution to the culture. Listen, we're all lucky enough to be part of the light.
Dallas, you bless people with a lot of polo discounts over the years. You don't have to sit there and let people know what you did. They should know. If they don't,
Right.
Like, I feel like, we
Los
are in a
Mets
day-
is a
well,
contribution
yeah.
to the culture.
We're very much.
Los Jets.
Los Jets. I'm
Los
sorry.
Jets.
It was still-
Jets.
Los Jets. Rhinestone Belt Buckle.
What up, Just Blaze?
It's a contribution.
What up, Just?
But you don't have to sit. It's like, I always feel like it's like calling yourself an OG. I feel like somebody else should call you.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Can't pat yourself on the back.
The good brother Nasir Jones once said during his epic battle with Jay that self-praise is no praise. Right?
Absolutely.
Like, you always want people to crown you.
Thank you.
You can't call
at
yourself
a certain
king.
point, I feel like at 60 years of age, you should be allowed to call yourself an OG.
Okay, well, we're making new
Yeah, we're not-
stipulations.
no one's-
Just
Nothing
like,
wrong with that.
I'm just saying as a title. Like instead of saying Mr.
But hip-hop is 40 years old, so what's the correct
OG.
age to be an
But
OG?
didn't the times kind of, put things into perspective when you have neighborhoods that were populated by people and then before waves of gentrification hit them?
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
Like, if
yeah.
you're living in a hood before it became commercial.
Right.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Doesn't that kind of make you, like, an original member of that?
Oh, I see. Okay, right.
I mean, in the most literal sense.
Right.
You were there before people who aren't from there started moving there. in
No.
droves.
I think the originality comes after a certain amount of time. I think when you have to be an OG, there's some time put on it. There's some time stamp on that.
It's
you have
time
to-
because I'll tell you something. It's experience because there's a lot of OGs that were side block motherfuckers that avoided
Right.
shit.
that watch it out the window.
Shut-ins.
That watch shut-ins.
Shut-ins that watch shit out the window.
Like who?
that have jobs.
Wow.
And they
Burr?
They were gamers.
Hold
they
on
weren't
for a second.
gamers. They were shut-ins that listened to a lot of rap records and they had posters of LL Cool J, like bitches.
What is happening?
Right? Like I didn't
Full
have
disclosure,
that.
I had a bus stop sign of Mama said knock you out.
I
I'ma say I had
had, for a
But you
little
have
while,
the poster?
I took like
I put on the wall.
Daryl Strawberry shit off the train and put in my room. But like there's dudes that had like LL Cool J chest naked on their wall.
Like the
yeah.
centerfold?
Yeah, like that.
What was the
Word
Black
up.
TV
like,
magazine?
Shout out
right
to
on,
Word Up.
right on.
Black Beat?
Right on.
Right on.
Right on.
Right on. Black Beat.
They took the
Which
the
was
picture of
spicier,
L-
Right On or Black Beat?
Right on, or they took
Internet's Blacktail or Pictorial?
Blacktail.
Blacktail every time, bro.
Blacktail.
You
Oh,
crazy?
that was a consensus.
Especially covered with-
Blacktail, but you be wrong. Blacktail had all them stories.
Niggas had New Edition
Pictorial was
motherfucking
just
posters
pictures.
on their wall,
Still going.
Okay, hold on.
just living in their grandmother's house. That's not cool.
So, you ever had a Menudo lunchbox?
I did not,
old are y'all?
but there was a lot of menudo love in my neighborhood. I come from
Menudo was-
Elmhurst and Jackson Heights. That shit
That's
was.
where Ricky Martin came from?
Yeah.
Menudo?
I had a Menudo button, though.
Menudo
You had a menudo, nothing. Me.
was
Button,
still
button,
that
yeah.
transcended through the late 80s to the 90s.
No.
I used to
They-
dedicate that to
No.
chicks.
They
If
would-
you're not here,
Listen.
Didn't Menudo
by my
trans
side.
They will
Form
beat.
of
They
freestyle.
would beat you over the head with a menudo fucking lunchbox right now. Bloody.
That boy Haitian Miguel is in the building.
The build.
I knew about.
I love when Pete's here. You know something about you though?
What?
So I remember I used to call Dallas all the time. Yo, you gotta get rid of this fucking dude. Like he's driving me crazy. I cannot listen. It's unlistenable for me now. I used to love the show.
yeah.
I used to listen to it all
Pay
the time.
attention,
I loved
folks.
it.
No problem.
And then Dallas, in his fucking brilliance, he's like, calm down. It's going to work out, blah, blah. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. Trust me, boy. And then I met you at your barbecue, at the cookout, whatever the fuck.
Bring Your Own Blogger, the first annual.
Right? And then
That's the second one.
I got it. Immediately after I met you, I was like, I called him afterwards. I was like, yo, that's a cool motherfucker, bro. Then I
Likewise.
said- and I went back and I started listening right around, because I stopped. I couldn't listen because of you. And then I stopped. I stopped for a little while. That's true. So, and then I came back and you found the pocket in the show.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this all over the place.
I stopped muting his microphone.
Yeah, well, I don't know what happened, but you found the pocket, and I've been with you ever since, bro. That's why I was when I walked in there, I saw you. Oh, Dallas texted me, Pete's here. I almost killed myself trying to get here.
The fuck out of here.
How dare you? Yes, I did.
Haitian Miguel, be your own person. No. I
Yo,
appreciate
we went
that. I appreciate
off
that.
earlier.
Yeah.
You and me.
Yeah. That was awesome.
So I mean,
That
premium.
was some
I mean,
real male bonding.
like I say, you've been podcasting now for 15, 20 years of podcasting.
Hey, listen. If you don't exaggerate numbers, what are you really
What are
doing?
you doing, right?
You know, when did they create the iPod? 20 years ago.
No.
I don't know.
25 years ago?
The first iPad
The
was
fir-
the silver one with all the
iPhone
buttons on
3.
it. That was
The
like-
iPod?
iPod.
Yo, talk to the fucking mic.
Yeah,
man.
it's
That
eight,
was like
8 years.
What, the iPod?
2004.
Yo, I used to sell those things. I used to fall off a truck around my way. I used to sell
Driving you
them
crazy.
all the time.
It's driving you.
I'm not being.
These
on
are
that
Rode
phone
mics.
where
They got
can't
me.
hear you.
There you go.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
what
You have that Rode
You look
mic.
like
There
a
you
young
go.
Robert
The,
Chambers.
the mic wasn't erect. Now it's erect. It's
Choking
close to your
bitches in
mouth.
Central.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah,
Yo.
Pause.
it went from
DP,
GUI mic problems.
Let's go to so
Barker
Premium
mic
P is icon in the podcast game, right? Let's go walk through the many phases of Pete.
Right, the many different periods. I'll tell you what, one of my greatest memories of Pete was when we had the kids in the hall. Was it kids in the hall? We had kids in the hall inside there, and Mr. Motherfucking Esquire coming on next on the same
man.
show, and we was talking with them. We was laughing. We was like, ha ha ha.
And they kind of went over their time. That's the thing. We did 2 episodes. We were trying to.
Listen, Mr. Motherfucking Esquire came in there like, all right, that's it, get out. And they looked at me, and I was like,
Yo, they got up too.
yeah.
With no.
But when they first came in, they came in all Brody. Period. Pete was like, no, hold on. Hold on. Relax. And they was like, nah, fuck that. Yo, Dallas. And I was like, well, yes.
Got one.
Yeah.
I couldn't hold the door anymore.
Yeah, no, it was too many. It was too many
Yeah.
dudes. It was too many. So I couldn't.
But I lived by early on. That was brought me up. To the Combat Jack show. I'm forever thankful for the opportunity because who knows what the fuck. I just came up there. I had Swedish fish. I had fucking Doritos. I had beer. I'll bring a cooler.
You created Captain Snacks.
Yeah.
Captain Snacks was already
Well,
snacks.
but we just fed him.
Yes.
I just love being in the room, man. I always felt like it. I knew it was something special early on, even before I knew I was going to be in on mic. But I just believed in you respect your castle. Like no one could come here. Like there's a lot of people in here, but if you're being loud, shut the fuck up. Like there's, you can't piss in here. You can't fucking ash your cigarette in here. I felt like that.
Pour Ciroc on the ground though.
Yeah. Yo, actually, Pete
Mixy
became
boys.
the show security. Was he finally kind of came up after the Mixie Boys, or was it Brian Pace? What would happen at Combat Jack often because we were in this hot. When I say hot, I mean very active recording studio. That people would just show up.
Yeah.
And the recording studio would have open houses where they trying to get more business, trying to show people what's going on. So they have an open house, and somebody would come into the Combat Jack show. It'd be open house going on with a cup of scotch in their hand, sit down, and we looked at each other like, "Oh, this is the next guest. Who is this guy?"
We thought it was Combat's lawyer.
Right.
Lawyer
He was definitely a lawyer burr.
Yeah, we had no idea.
We look at Combat, and Combat was like. So we were like, all right, fuck it. And we sat with him for like 15, 20 minutes. Found his name was Brian Pace. Just was at the open house, fucking around. Like, saw us in here recording.
Hilarious.
She was hysterical. Yo, we had no idea who he was. Because finally, I think after a while, I just, on air, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I was like, yo, Combat, do you know this guy? You know? And then he was like, you know, no, I thought you knew him. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Yo, this guy just walked in and became a guest on the Combat Jack
Yes.
show.
Are you guys still in contact with him?
No,
Brian Pace, no. We avoid that nigga immediately. Blacklist somebody like that immediately.
Who escorted him out?
Moving like that.
Nah, we just told him, all right, we gotta go.
Yeah, we got him out.
Now listen, I want to change.
But again, getting to the point of your evolution coming through that space. When did you want to be on the microphone? When did that?
You know, that's a great question because, you know, I would say like as soon as I walked in, but it's not true. You know, because I didn't know if I was good enough. I didn't know, you know, if I could. You know, we doubt ourselves sometimes. Like, you know, you know how to move, combat. You know, I really was failing him out. King, you know, failing him. Pause, but failing him out too.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Raz came there. He had fucking a 10-speed bike with fucking spandex shorts on. You know. I didn't know. I loved the environment, but more importantly, I didn't know if I could hold my own on mic. You know what I mean? Because to be honest with you, I never prepared for radio or you know.
All you
anything.
did is talk.
I know, but
How did you? I'm trying to figure out how you were able to keep your mouth shut.
I enjoyed what was going on and what y'all were doing, and you know, I mean, I'm a firm believer. Growing up in Brooklyn, I loved after school. And after school actually kept me out of trouble. Once they did away with after school, where then I started getting caught up in the mix, getting in trouble.
What were you doing?
Juvenile shit, doing drugs and shit.
Drugs.
You was doing
a lot of
it?
drugs.
Drogas.
Yeah, a lot of drugs. But what I mean is, you know, I felt like Combat Jack Show, I said this before, was like an after school, where it was like it had that feeling of like, you know, like there was people in the building that you felt like a miniature family, like a social media and real life meetup once a week.
Right.
Like, you know, like just history, different walks in the life of people, man. It was something very special from the beginning, man. So, you know, and then after a couple episodes, I was like, damn, I would love an opportunity to be on the mic. And, you know, but I knew I had to wait for a right moment. And, you know, the moment that came was when journalist Torre came there, and he was pushing a book, and I just didn't agree with what he was saying. I was sitting down next to the mic. Like, that's how much respect I have for the show. Like, I used to sit down next to a mic and not say a word.
Really?
You know? Yeah, man, I was sitting down.
I don't know. You was talking a lot.
Wait, so
I did not get on the mic
journalist
until
Torre?
then.
Yeah.
Journalist Torre.
Which he dubbed White Torre. And rapper Torre is Black Torre.
Got it.
First of all, he didn't dub it that.
Who dubbed it?
Okay.
Internet.
Shut up. That is black speak. I constantly feed black speak, and Premium Pete, to his credit, repeats black speak. He does not always use it in a proper context, which then I have to chide him for. Like the wrong appropriation for
So you called
Magic
him
Negro.
White Torre to his face?
Yeah, I just told him that, you know, and we're cool now. He's a great guy. God bless him.
But Torre knew that White Torre, Black Torre shit came from
You know, Pete.
He had always.
I'm
me and
so
Torre had
happy
always
to be
had
on the
beef.
Combat Jack show.
Social media
the
beef.
blogging days?
The blogging, the writing, like when Twitter became a thing, I love to say that, I woke up every morning and said, fuck Torre, and it made my teeth whiter.
Yo, that shit was hysterical.
Dallas Penn, do you want to meet me in Prospect Park? You know,
Long story,
talk
what-
about social injustice.
Long story short,
He's a good guy.
I just didn't like, you know, what I felt like he was saying some shit that, you know.
White privilege.
Yeah, I mean, no, there is.
I think
of
that
course.
guy has a sordid past.
Yeah. Makes sense.
There's some stuff that went on.
But you know, when me and him went at it, you know, keep in mind, Combat Jack Show was live at that time. There was a chat room. So I remember people in the chat room saying, "What the fuck is Pete doing?" Because I'd never been on the mic. Combat's telling me like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you on this mic?"
You're just going in.
And I'm like telling him, like, "Man, nah, fuck you." Not to Combat. I was telling Torre, like, "Nah, fuck you." Like, you know, I consider him to be at that time. He's over there judging me. I was like, "Man, you a herb."
That was the first time we heard Pete said use.
Yeah.
And we Italians say use.
Use guys.
But I'll never forget after the
Hold on for a second. The most volatile shit of the whole
That's fucking
discussion.
Sicilian.
Again, Pete repeats my black speak sometimes to my detriment. Because then motherfuckers can say, who told him that shit? Who told him when you called Combat Uncle Tom? Everybody was like, who told him that?
No, when I told Torre that you can't trust any man, any black man without a mustache.
That's iller than saying the word nigger. Like, it's pedestrian to be like, nigger. I hate you, nigger. That guy that followed that guy home to say, man, you're a nigger.
But when you...
It's more hard body to be like Uncle Tom. Like, oh,
Yo.
shit, imagine a white nigga calling you Uncle Tom.
Very ballsy.
Like,
I
who
remember
the fuck?
asking Reggie, what'd you do with all your suits? I wasn't even trying to be funny. And he got like a little
Well,
perturbed.
Yeah,
He burned them.
it was the wrong thing to say when it's not part of, you know, when you say lexicon, that's lexicon. When it's part of your language.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Like, what happened?
But after that episode, I'll never forget, Combat called me in and he was like, yo, what the fuck was that? And I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, I think that may be my last week here. Because I really I swear to God, I love that shit so much. I was like, yo, I hope this shit never ends.
Right.
Because I really enjoyed the shit. I mean, let me be real for everybody listening.
The internet.
I used to drive fucking 2 hours away to come there.
Where were you driving
I was
from?
living in South Jersey.
Oh, wow.
You know, I drive 2 hours away. We were taping
Drive 2 hours away from South Jersey, bro. You were working.
Oh, that's right.
You were working at night, overnight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It
So
was crazy.
so what happened?
Jesus Christ.
When he was talking to you.
So Combat looked at me, and he was like, "Yo, what happened? You know, like, what was that all about?" And I was like, "Man, I'm sorry. I just couldn't take what he was saying anymore." And he was like, he looked at me, and I thought he was gonna say like, "Yo, don't ever come back here." And he just turned around and he was like, "Yo, get back on the mic next week, man." And he said that was fucking great.
Yeah.
And you know, I never left the mic since then, and we
Pause.
you know, had so many. That's a bad pause. That's a thirsty pause. And
That was a legit pause.
You never left the mic.
and
You have left the mic.
You've left the mic.
no, but what I'm saying is we went on some
What are you
run after
saying?
that. We went on some run.
Yo,
Yeah.
Yo,
so what's
you know
what's
what?
doing now though? I'm sorry, baby.
No, I'm gonna just add. When I knew he was gonna be here forever, was when he got all of our phone numbers, and Pete would call us at 7:30 in the morning
Yo, I got an idea.
on his truck runs.
Really, Haitian Miguel?
Yo,
Sock passe, Haitian Miguel.
just and it was like, yo, that's how the brotherhood was formed. Like, damn. I don't answer no phone at 7. Who's calling at 7:30? It might have been earlier than that.
I didn't even have
Maybe
no
earlier.
phone.
Oh yeah,
I used to go to the house.
I didn't even have no
Dude,
phone. I had to get rid
used
of my
to
phone.
call this fuck Reggie and be like, "Yo, man, what's going on with this fucking dude with the no phone?"
Yeah, I'm about
That
to
was-
do no phone again, man. No phone is the freedom.
That was a really hard time.
Yeah,
I have
yo.
5 numbers for this guy in my phone.
Oh,
And
yeah,
every time
yeah,
I call, I'm like, "Yo, which one am I?"
Yo, that's
It's
right.
So
The
difficult, man.
crazy shit is when he actually got his now number, he actually had it for like 3 years now. But when he got it, it was like, this shit ain't, I'm not
Yeah,
going
I
to
didn't
store the
think-
number
yeah.
because it's not
So
going to
there's
last.
like all these Dallas
That's
numbers
crazy.
and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that was a really tough time, man. Like, so I
It
had
was
to call
crazy.
Reggie.
I had
like,
no
yo,
phone, but I was still. How the fuck was I on Instagram and Twitter and I had no phone?
Yo,
Illuminati.
that's the key question. You was on it. You was on it.
There's no phone.
I was on it and no phone, and you couldn't find me unless I appeared.
Yeah.
But
Dallas is magic.
those were some nights, though. You know, you think about it. You know, sometimes they start 12 to 2, and then we would never finish. We'd be out there at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hurt.
You know, I'll never forget. I had a leased car at that time, and this is how much I love the Combat Jack Show. I went over by 32,000 miles, and I owed them like $8-9 grand.
Jesus.
And I had to jump into a lower car and balloon the payment for the next lease.
Jesus.
So you need back pay?
Nah, that's rest in peace, man. You know.
No, I mean, you know,
It's over. It's
Dallas,
over. Don't talk about that.
Dallas kept the splits, the books.
The barbecue money. No. It was, I'm just saying that's how much I
was so-
Dallas will tell you.
I was so hurt. I was so hurt when I didn't get to see the barbecue money. But you want to know something? All jokes aside,
From Flood Watches?
all jokes aside, all jokes
Shout
aside,
out to Flood Watches.
the time that I had spent with y'all.
Yo, I used to hype beats for a Flood Watch.
Yo, the best shit. Yo, man.
Yo, hold on. Let me tell you.
Flood
Complex.
underwrote that second barbecue.
Yes,
I mean,
they did.
Flood and it's a
Karma
large
Loop.
part Peter Oasis put it together.
And
Yo,
yeah.
Complex, when the Complex thing kicked in.
Oh, the T
man.
Complex TV.
We didn't really catch the wop on that. Like, it
Yo,
could've-
those
like, it could've been.
conversations with this guy. Then he started calling me. Because I would call him. Remember, when Dallas
Yeah.
went phoneless, I would call him.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
yo, where's this guy? Then when he decided to, like, black out on Complex, Reggie would call me like, yo, man.
Yeah, but that helped us out actually.
Yeah.
What? Dallas
he got us
going
money.
on strike. Right.
He got us money. To be honest with you, Dallas risked his. I appreciate him for that. He got us money because
Yo, those conversations.
Dallas went rogue. He said, you know what? Fuck all the clean version.
and then he asked for a fucking wardrobe budget.
Shit,
Nah,
shit,
nah,
shit. I was trying. Yo, I was inspired by Just Blaze.
Yeah, that shit was the best.
The truth is, man, when
I love that shit.
started hanging out with Just Blaze, and y'all don't know what Just Blaze did the very first time he came to hang out with us at PNC. Very first time he came with us. This dude had gone to the mansion, Polo Mansion, and had this scarf he had
scarf.
bought. The brand was RLX. The price tag was still on it. It was hand knit. It was $14.95. And he was just like dragging on the floor, and he was just like dropping, and he was just fucking playing me like a fucking cat. Like, you know how you take a fucking cat and you fucking put it like a feather in front of the cat. The cat is like going stupid. He was just like throwing it on the floor. I was just like,
Hold on. Just because I know the internet's probably want to know. $14.95, is it $14? Or
I'm talking about Just Blaze. I don't. If we have an internet that doesn't know what $14.95
I'm
means,
just saying, man.
then yeah, I don't. I hope
Man.
they, you know.
$1,500. Just to say $1,500.
Yeah.
Yeah, just $1,500.
Yes.
Jesus, you don't know that?
A scarf.
But it's okay. Let's go.
So anyhow,
So he's
bum.
fucking with the scarf.
He's
Got
fucking
it.
with the scarf, man. I'm just like, oh shit. But when Just Blaze like started fucking with us, my low shit went crazy. My low shit was already silly. You know what I mean? But I mean, I was heavier too, so I was wearing like 3X shirts. But I started losing weight, and like if I could get down to like Just Blaze wears like sample gear, the illest shit, the illest leathers, the illest pieces.
Right.
You know, that's the thing. And you know,
So what does
I
that
mean,
have to do with Complex?
right before Complex getting that money, hanging out with Just Blaze, being around Just Blaze.
Right. It's the 5 people you hang around with.
Yeah,
You know, it was
no question.
Go to those Just Blaze Thursdays back in the day.
Where?
he used to do a lot of mobile Mondays.
Just Blaze.
Oh, the Webster Hall joint.
no,
yeah,
the
yeah,
Webster
yeah.
Hall joint.
That was
Just
after.
Blaze.
Those are good.
Yeah. What's all?
With Vashti.
But Just Blaze, Clark Kent, Red Alert,
Stretch Armstrong.
Everybody.
I had that breakdance battle in there that night.
Yup. DJ Spinner.
Did you
Soul
win?
clap was in full effect.
Used to go.
You know, Club Speed. You know, you just go through the litany of New York City night spots. We'd be all night. Internets. It's a law firm. It's a first aid store. It's a print shop. We're doing graphics on T-shirts. Jenkins and Jenkins.
DTJ.
Follow us on PayPal at Jenkins. And no, that's not our PayPal. No.
Cash App.
Internets, Jenkins and Jenkins. Call us 1-800-223-9797.
Let's talk about the Soho House in
Probably
fucking Brooklyn.
would know that. Like,
I have no idea.
Something
I've
that's
never been to
here.
Playboy Club.
you know, you've heard about what's going down.
What goes down there, bro?
No,
Here we
I'm
go.
Saying, like,
Barker,
Let's get it going.
it's not here.
Yeah.
Dallas, it's not here.
Yeah.
What is here?
that was
Dumbo House.
That shit a groove.
Have you been?
So no, I haven't been yet, but I've been. You know, the funny thing, I actually referred. I did a referral for someone. Someone used me as a referral to get their membership, but I don't have one.
They used you and you don't. That's odd.
You don't have a membership?
Nah, but
Damn,
hold
you
on,
must
slow
have
down.
a membership. You must have another secret Numinati
Yeah,
handshake
but
membership.
listen, $1,800. You know,
$3,000 a year. For all of them. To be a member of all of them.
I gotta get my
gotta go?
bitcoins up first.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
but I could go on his
Come on,
behalf though when he, you know, if old
nah,
boy
you
that
can't do that.
yeah,
You have to be
I
a
could
member.
go with him.
No. I'm sorry. I misheard you.
Yeah, I could go with a member.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
and then
you could
you're a
go
member, so
three-
that's 2 people I know.
3 people you can go with. But
Yeah.
that fucking place is amazing.
So you taking us, Miguel?
That fucking place, I'll take you. So, not these
Sorry, I'm not
fucking
taking that.
losers.
we're not trying to cop back.
No, but
Fuck.
well,
Wait.
My bad.
Ooh, child.
My fault.
That whole side tonight is called white privilege.
I don't
Yo,
consider.
when the last time we had
telling you,
multiple
you
white
know what's
people in the
crazy?
booth?
Don't get the
Pete-
strap, please.
Pete is one of those guys. Like he understands white privilege, right?
He got rubber
So
bands on his wrist.
He's a guy that's going to be like, yes, I understand what this is. I'll accept it. I'll move around with it, but I won't fuck with you. I won't do the passive aggressive little games because I know what you're going through, right? That's a huge distinction. It doesn't sound like anything, but it's like if you know that you have a privilege, right? And you kind of like, I'm going to take advantage. I'm not going to be a fucking asshole. I'm going to take advantage of it. But I'm not kind of like take advantage of people and also be a fucking prick.
But wasn't that the argument, Pete, initially with you and Torre?
No.
Dealing with white
Initially,
privilege
it was-
in terms of.
That's such a generalization to make about people that.
Hold on for a second.
No. I want.
Hold on for a second.
Yes,
Hold on
it
for a
is.
second. Hold on for 1
100%.
second.
It is.
Hold on for 1
Here we go.
second. Hold on for 1 second. Buggies, if I'm speaking, you have to.
Shut the fuck up.
You have to be quiet.
It's all about respect. I got
Right.
you.
Right, but there was established a long time ago when my guest speaks, when the guest in the space speaks, you shut up. Because the guest is saying something, give them the respect that they need
As
to
long as they're not
talk.
disrespecting me, that's fine.
He's not.
I'm not-
The guest
I'm
is not
disrespecting
respecting
you.
you.
Chill.
I didn't understand what you were
I'm just
saying
saying,
before. but-
Buggies,
Guys,
you have two
Slow down,
ears,
let's-
right? And one mouth. Listen twice as much as you talk.
I mean,
No,
wait,
okay,
let me
go
find
ahead.
out something.
No, you do have a choice.
Here
Let
we
him go.
go.
Let him go. Let him please.
No, I want to find out
The
something.
guest.
You know, you hear me sitting here talking about the early days of the Combat Jack Show and how much I loved being there. What are you doing here? Like, what do you love being here about?
I fucking love being here. The way you love being on the Combat Jack Show. Holy shit! This is the fucking coolest thing I do every week.
Yeah, dude.
Almost every week. This is the fucking coolest thing I do. Seriously, this is where it all comes together.
But what do you like? What do you like about it?
Can't pick one thing. I can't pick my favorite rapper.
That's such a general answer. Such a
It's
safe
a
answer.
generally fucking.
That's a safe answer, though.
Okay, you
Like,
want,
when
you,
that's
you
the
want me-
answer
you
when-
want- you want me
that's
to
the
go-
answer
you
you
want-
give
you
when
want
you
me to
have
go
no
in my
answer.
Feelings? Okay,
That's
Top of the
okay,
stack,
in my
Barker.
You have no
feelings.
answer.
Go in your
All
feelings.
right,
Go in
I
your feelings,
fucking-
Barker.
I enjoy a lot of the people I see here, and the people that I don't usually say some shit that provokes ends up being thoughtful conversation, and I take something away from it. Am I here to just absorb without fucking criticizing and analyzing information that I hear? Fuck no. That's the whole problem with society today. People just fucking digest everything they hear without being able to pick out truth from bullshit, which the ratio of that is fucking crazy in 2018. So I'm trying to filter everything that's here, and I may not have the fucking authority to do that because I don't know, I haven't lived as long as you have, but goddamn, I've seen a neighborhood change. I've seen a lot of the shit sort of similar but not the same as you have in your life experience. No one has the same fucking life experience. And my opinion is worth as much as people want to pay for it. My time is $0 a minute here. And I'm blessed to be here. Is this white privilege that put me here? I don't think so. I think it's good fucking people
Sure.
being
No,
like...
wait.
Sure it is. Sure it is.
Hold on a second.
Sure it is. It's white privilege that you exist on, period. You don't agree? You don't say that? You don't feel like that at all?
Man,
That's cool.
white privilege came after me the way it came after you, dude.
No,
and
man.
came at me hard, bruh.
No.
Because
Don't be like that.
I didn't lose after I didn't
Don't be
fucking
like that.
lose after school because my parents couldn't afford it. I lost
like
after
that.
school because my parents wanted to fuck me over. I lost everything. Guitar
like that.
lessons, all the dope shit I did was all taken away from
Let
me.
him go, please.
And then I was stuck at home like fucking losing my shit.
Yeah, I feel bad for you, bro. That's terrible.
Oh my God, that's
That's
horrible,
really-
Barker.
That's
I'll tell you one thing.
Nah, don't feel
Barker.
terrible for me. I'm
What's your
fucking
horseback
chilling.
damn.
I'm just saying.
No, I mean, I
Hampton
I
Beach
feel
House?
terrible for you.
I'm fucking
Give him
chilling,
rope.
but
Give
it's
him
not
rope.
'cause
I
someone...
feel terrible for you because you don't have the understanding I need you to have inside.
I feel
this space.
terrible because you don't have my understanding. You just don't have my understanding.
Don't feel so terrible. Power through it.
So then why do you like to be here?
No,
if you
but
doesn't have
wait,
the understanding?
Because
Hold on.
we're getting to know each other better.
I want
you think
to
I'm gonna
know
go
more
into
about
a room of
this
people and blindly
terrible-
trust them just because
He
someone
lost his
else
guitar
that I
lesson.
trust a lot was like, yo,
Well,
these are
well,
good people.
you're
I need to do
comparing-
my own vetting. What the fuck?
Yes.
But here's the big thing: you're on a podcast, right?
Right.
So what do you, besides all these other feelings, and I would also seek, so, you know,
Like I need him to Pete. I need Barker to do the vetting on his time. You know what I mean? Like, don't do your vetting on my time. This is my time right
This is
now.
our time.
Okay. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
It's a house party. We're recording it.
because it has a
We're
piece of
talking
my
about
time. Because
smart
when we
shit.
look at that
Smart
pie and we
people.
separate it,
I want to
it
know
has a
more about
piece
his
of my
guitar
time.
lessons.
I do.
And what the fuck?
Neil from fucking Guitar Center used to teach me how to play the guitar. I did bad one semester at Browning, and my dad fucking made Neil disappear from my life.
That sucks.
man.
I used to have
whacked him?
So you're comparing that to the system-
I used to have a PRS SE
Fucking
custom fucking guitar, and I was learning how to play it. I was in
Who
love
did you
with
want
that
to be?
shit.
Who did you want to be? Did you want to be John?
I want to be
Frusciante?
fucking
John
Eric
Mayer.
Clapton, dude.
You want to be John Mayer?
Oh, Clapton. That's
Clapton.
You
good
know
one.
what really got me into guitar?
That's a
BB
good one.
King
Fuck
shaking
with
my
Clapton.
hand on stage at BB King's, telling me that all women are beautiful. That's what really. That's
the answer
that's
you
the
give
most
around
memorable
black
experience I
people.
have with a
BB
fucking
King.
musician in my life.
Eric Clapton's one of his biggest records, I think it was in 1974, was "I Shot the Sheriff." Bob Marley,
but I didn't shoot the deputy.
right?
Jimi Hendrix.
So I think it was 1972. In 1974, he got on stage in London, and he talked about how we should get the niggers out of England. It's amazing, right?
Fuck England.
His number one record,
Right, get him outta
2
here.
years prior.
Right?
That's white privilege, my friend.
I didn't know that. You were Adidas. You were Puma.
Right.
Founded by Nazis.
That's white privilege.
Bong bong.
White privilege is ignorance to facts.
No, white privilege is white
I
privilege.
didn't know that.
And you can wield that shit like a sword.
Privilege is white privilege. Eric Clapton was the one with white privilege.
Taking someone's
Eric Clapton
art,
was the one with white
taking
privilege,
someone's
bro.
art.
Hey, Barker,
going
can you
to- wait,
expand?
and by the way, he went to Jamaica and cut the record.
I can't. I didn't know all
Even
of this
more- even
history
more white
about
Barker,
Eric Clapton.
Barker, expand on this Adidas.
Robert Cray opened up.
Barker,
for him, by the way.
Barker,
He's
Barker,
fucking
Barker.
Genius. Robert Cray.
I know who Robert Cray
Robert
is.
Cray played.
You use me
at least 10 different guitars
to get-
in that Cream reunion show that I went to.
Robert Cray is brilliant. Robert Cray is
with
brilliant.
Neil.
Robert
Mike
Cray.
Carter.
I fuck with Garth Brooks.
You use
He
me
went to see
to
Eric
get you
Clapton.
everything
He's
they
his
want.
guitar teacher.
We gonna keep it funky since we
I'm
on
a
that.
change
Hey, Barker,
man.
could you expand on this Adidas shit, dog? This Nazi shit?
I
Like,
can't because I didn't bother looking into it.
but you
Well,
brought it
well, I
up.
bothered
Well,
looking.
I know another.
You brought the shit up though.
Yeah, because it's factual.
You know what
It's
that
not
is?
Stopping me.
That's
from
white
buying
privilege.
it.
That's white privilege, Barker.
Like, I'm gonna bring
Hey,
some
Barker,
shit up.
Topics
Barker,
no,
Barker.
You know about how the
killed
sun
you.
gives
They didn't
80
kill your
gigawatts
people.
of
Like
radiation.
Hold on.
They didn't
every
kill, they
minute.
didn't kill our
Okay,
people.
okay.
Hey, G,
died in
you.
World War
My bad, we're
II.
gonna edit that. We're gonna fix that.
Listen,
I'm seeking understanding,
I
bro.
presented to
Barker.
the ones that
We're gonna fix
fought.
that. We're gonna fix
I'm gonna have you consider
wasn't your
something.
We're
war.
gonna fix this.
Here we go.
My
Fix
people
that.
were
We're gonna fix that.
genocidally
Here we go.
massacred.
Jenkins,
and I
E.
still
Jenkins,
wear
E.
something
Jenkins.
that
Barker.
They're fucking ops.
The Talkitecture
made.
podcast is brought to you by
Barker,
Jenkins.
listen,
You gotta almost rewind that.
Barker, real quick.
About
I want you to
You gotta
consider
chill,
something.
bro.
When you
de McDonald's.
compare
Los Jets.
the guitar lessons being taken from you to systematic black oppression, right?
That's white privilege.
That's privilege.
This is systematic oppression. You want some water? Yeah, try some, and then I fucking take it away from you. It's the same shit.
But you're comparing.
You get to do it in a contrast prison where you see tremendous wealth. I grew up on whips that rappers don't even fucking know about. My dad put an underneath antenna on a Corniche coupe so he could fucking watch TV while he drove. Well, I could watch TV while he drove. Dude, I had shit like that. And then it was all literally taken away from me.
Why? Why was it taken?
Just to fucking fuck with me.
No,
Why?
it was a choice.
Why? Why did
You're
they wanna fuck with you?
comparing.
Dad's
What
an
did
asshole.
you? Did you have
comparing-
any? Did you
I
have
got
any?
Polish blood. I got
No,
Polish
stop
blood.
it, stop it. Did you have any input to their decisions? Was there ever a contract laid out to you?
I was an amazing little kid. I was never a fucked up kid. My parents tried to make me seem like a fucked up kid. My mom, my stepdad, they knew who I was. My dad and my stepmom, literally, since the divorce happened, I walked in, dude, she saw me as another fucking mouth.
Could I ask you a question?
Wouldn't let me sleep on my own couch when I was fucking 14, dude.
Look at Barker.
When I was used to fucking everything.
Look at Pete.
Yeah.
One day.
Could you hug him, please?
I don't want free hugs.
It's not a free hug. I think
I'll give you
you
a
just
dap.
need. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
What you need to do is honestly go to therapy, man.
No,
And
fuck
yes,
that.
yes, you do.
No,
I'm gonna
I
tell
don't.
you
You
why.
know what therapy is for me? Therapy is going and playing basketball and getting better at something. Getting fucking
You would still
better
get
at
bust,
shit.
Barker.
God
I'll still
made
bust
me
you, G.
someone that can just get good
No,
at
the
doing
reason why I
things
say this
fast.
is listen, I've seen, okay, first of all,
Why waste talent?
something I talk about all the time is how parents getting divorced, okay, separations affect kids. Okay, is something known? Obviously, whatever happened in your family has affected you. You're bothered in, and you could be using that in different ways. Do you do a lot of drugs? Honestly,
No, I smoke pot
that's it.
in
never did anything
backwoods.
Okay.
I mean, I used
Is
to
that a euphemism?
my
for
worst
something?
habit ever. I used to pack fucking lips a lot. Fucking lips.
What that?
Like chewing
what is that?
tobacco.
Oh, okay.
I still occasionally will throw in some Red Man, but I don't buy that shit like that.
Crack. So listen, I want.
Hey, excuse you.
It could be a possibility.
Dude.
I mean, if that's your thing, I don't blame you, but I've never seen it in my life.
All right, I believe you.
Or coke.
Okay, so you saying go back a little bit. This is dope. Therapy. You said you don't want to do therapy.
I don't need that shit.
do
I'm
need
fucking
it. You do
happy.
need it. You're not
I'm
happy.
really happy. The less
you
I
feel
talk
like
and
you-
think about my dad, the happier
you
I
sound
am.
super happy,
do you
bro.
feel like maybe,
Dude, I'm fucking chilling.
You sound angry.
No.
Right now, because I'm talking about something I don't want to talk about. But
No
I
one's
think
asking you to talk about
people
this,
need
though,
to
bro.
hear this shit because
Right.
there's kids that
Because
are
it's
in
the-
the same situation that don't know what to fucking
but
do.
you need to
That's why I
So
wanted-
you want
so
them
you-
to do what you're doing? You're an example of what
detach
they-
themselves from bad energy? Fuck yeah, that's a great solution.
You're detaching yourself from reality,
No,
bro.
I'm blocking out the fucking haters.
No, you're not.
Fuck yeah, I am.
Who are the
I
haters? Who are
My
the haters?
dad and my stepmom are my biggest haters.
Yeah, but do you hear
They
that?
But they're
hate
not
me.
here.
Why do
Right.
they hate you? Why do you think they hate you?
Because I'm just good
I
at doing
hate you.
shit.
So
Why
listen,
would
I
your
want-
father
'cause
hate a
they're-
kid because they're good at doing shit?
Well, because he's not fucking. I'm not his kid right now.
But Pete, there are toxic.
I
parents.
make my sister look bad
yeah,
by being
yeah.
good at doing shit and being an asshole.
Are you? Do you
Wait,
feel like
wait,
you?
wait, wait.
How are
better
they?
at doing
How
shit
are
than
they
your
gonna
sister.
tell my?
Is your sister in jail?
Okay, my best friend Jordan is a fucking genius. Okay, a literal genius. Kid went to Harvard, didn't have to study. How does that make his sister feel that has to study really fucking hard to be able to like operate on his level? No one can operate on that kid's level, but like fuck's sake. Like he's just like, yo, I'm just fucking I know this. He can count a Webster Hall bill without using a fucking calculator. That shit went up to like $100,000 one day that he counted it. Like this. Receipts, okay? How do you fucking use that as an example for another kid? Like, oh, your brother is doing well. Like, it's not a formula for success for everyone. I'm just saying, there's simple fucking things you can do to just make sure you're happy. Like today, I literally had the best fucking day ever. Literally had the best.
Why?
I spent it with my friend watching him get fucking tatted after going and playing basketball with some just chill vibes everywhere. And then I fucking ate, cleaned up my house, used some patch and paint to fix some fucking holes up, put some shit in my walls, like backwood wrapper.
What happened to
fix
your
the hole
walls?
I put in it. I put a hole in my wall, so I put a backwood wrapper,
See,
and then I put plaster over it.
A lot of anger, man. A lot of anger. You need to get
That was an old hole. That was an old hole.
How old
That's what
was
she
that hole?
said.
I mean,
So
how long did you live that hole?
I'm fixing
How
all
long
the
did
fucking
you
shit
live
I
that
did.
hole?
I'm making amends.
Hold on for a second. Bargies, how long did you live with that hole open and exposed?
That hole open? Oh, there's a big, gigantic fucking wooden trunk with nails in it in front of it.
That sounds painful. Hold on for a second.
Well, no, it was a
King,
telephone pole
King,
that was cut.
Do we need to take a break? Because I think we need to get some ointment from Jenkins and Jenkins. Jenkins also has a drugstore located on Broadway.
Let's take a little break.
For my scabs?
Internet, this is going to be one of those.
Listen,
extended
first off, I don't need
episodes.
any fucking advice if it's going to be directed at me. Keep that shit for yourself.
There's no
I'm here to
advice here.
fucking learn
No
about.
advice.
I'm here to learn. Like, what do
No
I
advice.
want out of this? Because honestly,
I'm
when
just-
you were on the Combat
Barker,
Jack show,
I'm just trying
I don't want to fucking. I'm not going to let that narrative happen if it involves me.
Go for it.
I'm not. I don't like that narrative. So
What
fuck
narrative?
that. I'll walk out.
What narrative?
What narrative, bro?
You loved being on the Combat Jack show because there's certain things that made you happy there. And I would say that was the people, okay? So without that, there's really fucking nothing to a podcast. You can have the dopest fucking topic, groundbreaking issue that no one's fucking thought of. If you have fucking people that hate each other there's only it's just a bad vibe. People listen to that shit.
Yes.
It's not going to make their day good. It
Right.
may make them think, not going to
Absolutely.
make them fucking happy.
Right.
Dude, I'm just trying to keep a fucking happy vibe in here. Not really, like, non-combative.
You
fucking vibe.
hijacking the microphone.
Combat Jack vibe.
Hold on, stop.
Miguel.
Bargain, now you have to, once you take that pause to breathe, like, gather yourself,
I never lose my breath.
you should shut up.
Like,
Respectfully.
I'll take that.
But here's the
That's all.
thing. Here's the thing, Barker.
Okay.
No one's in here is competitive. This is a clubhouse of conversation.
Speak
the
for
conversation
yourself.
is not always going to be comfortable ones. But the fact that we know that we could trust each other and rely on each other as brotherhood, as sisterhood. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
You're good.
Would you accept brotherhood?
So that's
Jay?
that's the foundation
In
of
the
the clubhouse,
classic
right?
sense.
So that's all.
Brotherhood in the
So
classic sense.
we're gonna
Thank
talk
you.
about
Here's
things,
the only
personal
thing.
things,
Respect your
uncomfortable
sister,
things.
too.
That's just part of the conversation. Hopefully, these conversations can help other people who are fucking listening, as they always comment and they say they do. It's not about. It's not directed to you,
Yeah.
Joy, Miguel. These are all of our experiences. That's why we talk,
Barky.
and we talk, and we talk.
Barky, listen, I'm gonna give you.
That's why there's Jenkins and Jenkins.
I'm gonna give you some quick advice.
LLC and Incorporated.
Trust the journey.
We
But
gonna
be-
have Jenkins and Jenkins records soon.
Trust
Huh?
the journey, but be open-minded. I remember Dallas when I was on the show. He would tell me, he would critique me on certain shit, and my first thought was like, "Fuck that!" I thought I was doing good, but even when I thought I was doing good, I was working at night, and I would listen back to the Combat Jack Show episodes to see what I was doing wrong. The ums, the uhs, the ahs, the stepping in wrong. I studied it so much that I learned how to jump in. And you think about that synergy that the Combat Jack Show had. It was like a double dutch. People knew when to jump in and when to jump the fuck out.
Right.
And that's by me listening to somebody.
But then you started stepping on my toes too much. Like wait for me to jump.
No, we got to a point where.
But that's when he was. That's when he was thirsty Pete.
Right. Well,
Right. There's a lot of
again,
Pete.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It was thirsty.
That's just the most important thing.
And I share that. I say that because I've had this conversation with GY.
Yeah.
And we just having shooting the shit about the podcast and what we're trying to do. And I'm sorry, GY. I don't mean to put you out there like that, but GY told me, and it kind of stuck me a little bit. He's like, "Yo, G, I'm not really trying to do the Combat Jack show or something of that sort." And I said, in my mind, I'm like, dude, you're missing the point. We're not going backwards. It's just that's what there was no blueprint before that.
Sure.
So we did that successfully. We know what that was and is. So that's our frame of reference. And the beautiful thing about it, in terms of like the new guys in the space, is they don't have to make the same mistakes we did because we already did it. So the new spaceship, it could be a little polished. You know what I mean? Got a new wax. You got new tires. It's not the old spaceship when we was just putting pieces of aluminum and we was creating on the fly. Now the spaceship, we don't have that. So let's not ding up the spaceship, if you will. You know, let's not bang up the new spaceship.
about it.
Man,
because
come out this motherfucking metaphor, man. For you fucking end up in another galaxy.
Haitian Miguel.
It's a spaceship like 4, 5, 50 million times. Internet.
GY.
Internet.
When
Yes,
you,
King.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. When you were speaking to King and you mentioned not wanting to go back, well, you guys already did that. Low key, but
I think
feel
King was
you.
paraphrasing though. I mean,
word.
yeah. I mean, King. Listen, you know, I respect you. I respect everybody in this room a great deal. I would.
every word you say is gonna be.
No, listen.
Listening.
The stenographers are there. I would like that to happen. You know, honestly, like when I brought that up, I was saying, and you know, prior to me moving to New York, I was writing. I was doing a lot of interviews, so I always had a great deal of respect for the craft. You know, like when I first met Reggie, I met him through one of my fraternity brothers that went to school at Cornell that he knew very well. So it's like I sat up a lot of times and built with the OG. You know what I'm saying? So when we came together, yeah, fine. That's great.
Let's speed it up to the conversation.
Matter of fact, that's a demerit. That's the mic demerit. You almost gotta give up your mic.
Yo, my brother.
But no,
You was in the pocket on that. You was firmly and then when we came together. And then you went,
hey, listen, that's great humor. I appreciate it.
Let's just fast forward to the conversation.
I'm gonna fast forward to the conversation. So
history.
When we were in the chat and I was speaking about that, I referenced the chemistry and I referenced.
Oh my God!
Yo,
Can we talk about that?
I did. Listen,
this brother's degreed. Let this brother get his. Let this brother.
It ain't always about that. It's about understanding, and that's why I speak.
You agreed, right?
I mean, we all agree in a sense, for sure.
I like that answer.
You hear me?
Yeah, that's clean.
You're OG, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like long story short, what I was telling King when I was like, where are we trying to take Talkitecture? Because I feel like when I come here, it is that clubhouse. You know, I fraternize with you guys. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all as well, but my thing was when I was telling King, I was like, I wanted it to be the updated version. I meant no disrespect by any of that. And that's why I was saying I felt like you misconstrued what I was saying.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
GY, where the glass ceiling at?
Gee, ain't no ceiling. Just like what Blue say, man. Like we got to keep on going, Joe. We got to take this spaceship.
Nah,
higher.
I like that. I like that conversation because it kind of like when King mentioned that, I feel like it's all. I love to hear the conversations when especially on Instagram when it's like the old school dudes. Cause I follow everybody, right? I follow young niggas, like the hip hop shit, right? Like, oh, that ain't hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes it's a little grumpy.
Yeah.
Right? So like, oh man.
Mad rapperish.
Yeah. And then there's guys like you that come back, you know, say stuff like what you said to King, very low key disrespectful.
Yo, GY, you think when the corporate money comes, you gonna shave off your mustache?
Yep.
Gee, I'm gonna keep my mustache. I'm gonna keep my goatee. I actually might get a beard. G, my pop's got a real pretty player beard. I think I'm gonna grow out the beard.
How do you know when because there's a plaque up here?
Right.
The Read, right? They got a plaque. How many downloads? Was that downloads? How does that work? Streams?
Well, yes. So yeah, I don't even know
how many streams. I can't.
It's too many. Like they're out of here, bro.
Like 10 million. Can you read it for me, young brother? Yeah, this nigga's blind too.
It's over 65 million listeners.
65 million.
But that was as of like top of the year.
Wow. So they're way past it. They're like at 100 million.
Once they got to Essence Fest again.
Like
then we're never gonna get to Essence Fest. We're never.
That's not true,
dude.
We could do that.
How am I gonna be Essence Fest?
Easily. Why not?
They think I'm a pervert.
No.
Because that's MILF heaven.
We could get you like a Haitian flag
and they drink
ski
Hennessy.
mask.
Be yourself. I am gonna be myself.
You could buy Hennessy in the street.
Listen, those women.
Haitian Miguel will be dressed in all white.
Listen, I will go crazy over there, bro.
His
Listen,
white straw hat would be so crazy.
I love Essence Fest because it's like Erykah Badu women that used to listen to Erykah Badu like in college when they were Temple University.
Now you know what women's there?
With their daughters now that are there to see SZA.
They was in
they
Freaknik. Their mom was in Freaknik.
Thank you, and they got their big boobs on their bellies.
Well, you can see that at Afropunk. You can see that at Afropunk for sure.
And they got gray hairs.
No. What about? Oh,
we're gonna do. Listen, we doing Afropunk this year.
Don't end up like Morgan Freeman.
Listen, and this is not a knock.
DP, we gotta bring Premier Pete to Afropunk.
Premium Pete's been to Afropunk. You nuts?
please. All Premium Pete's kids are black. He is Afro punk.
He is an Afro punk.
All his kids are Afro punks. Yeah.
That's true.
He looks like a rodeo Afro punk. You ever see the guys in the back? Yo, Afro.
No, when Dallas asked the black tail comment, the question, Pete was on it before any of y'all black dudes answered anything. His response was
Pete
Beeger.
used to do porn.
Bro,
You know what his
I
porn
was
name was?
aspiring.
What's your name? What's your porn name?
Jackhammer. That was my screen name because I used to put the jack and the hammer together on whoever I came across.
But
you know?
but Blacktail had the stories though. That's why this guy liked to read the story. This guy can't even read. But he claims he loves to read the stories.
Who?
And you
I
like
did.
porn with like narratives.
No,
like,
not read. I'm talking about. I mentioned I used to watch the stories. So
then
Used to, right?
Then
Porn
your
stories.
smut mag recollection, fam, pictorial. All right, pictorial.
But Blacktail was beautiful.
When people talk about
Blue
the gunshot
Cantrell on the
wounds, when
cover.
people talk about stab marks, stretch marks, C-sections, pictorial.
Want to get married?
Essence Festival.
I mean, that was
Blue
a long-
Cantrell.
Well, I was only married for 2.5 years. Didn't last. Felt like a failure. But to be honest with you,
How long has it been?
Not a loss, Premium Pete, but a lesson.
yes.
How long has it been?
16 years. 16 years.
You guys been divorced 16 years?
Yeah, well, I then got together with somebody else and
Common law.
no, I
Remarried.
just didn't remarry again.
No, he's
okay,
He's
but-
Spanish married.
Yeah.
Which is
When you put your tongue in the butt, that is
yeah,
you're married now.
2.5 years.
GY
16
GY
years
just
ago.
pulled up the novel that he wrote in the group DM just to prove a point. Look at that novel. Your brother Chris, can you
I
delete
don't
that shit?
read long
Delete them
texts
shit.
When that shit came through, I refused to read that shit.
I don't even read long texts from women.
Fuck out of here.
I'm not gonna read one from
I
a
called
dude.
King like, what the fuck?
Be like,
what
yo,
the fuck?
send me
What the fuck?
edited version of this, please.
There's no-
I started blocking a lot of girls that just hit me up like on some dumb shit. Just wasting time.
I want you to take your phone, Google Robert Chambers right now. You're gonna have a blast.
I'm on 5%. So I gotta say
That means no.
Oh, I got you.
Nah, you're not on 5%.
He's on no.
He don't know the daily
As in,
mathematics.
no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, cool.
No, wait, I got a question. I got a question for Buck because we spoke about what you like about the show and everything else, and there's obviously a lot of anger, and I hope that you could speak to somebody to get things out.
Why are you flipping the narrative on me? That's not what I fucking said.
No, you're not listening to me. I'm
Like,
saying.
I'm angry when people fucking lie. That's bullshit to me because it's not the truth.
I'm not saying
And
that.
I
I'm
will
saying
fucking stand for it.
you hold a lot of anger.
No, I hold a lot of power, which I can convert to fucking anger to scare the shit out of people, so I don't have to fucking take other measures.
Barker, do you remember that conversation?
Because I want to continue being happy on my own time.
Barker, do you remember that conversation we had at Lifetime Fitness, bro?
Get that other one, King. Get the
We
one
had
we
more than
pointed
one.
you to
Yeah,
first.
one, but
We had more than one.
No,
but the main
no.
thing
Yeah.
of that was what you were talking about your dad. And what did I say? What was my advice that I gave you when you were talking about your dad?
Be cool with him.
And what did you say?
I said word.
But did you?
Well, my dad fucked me over harder than I thought he did.
But
So,
now listen, I'm not gonna get
No
into
Penn
the
State.
conversation, but as someone
like,
that-
as far as money is concerned, like, very hard. Like, so hard that, like, I have to figure out my education.
But you don't think you made it hard for yourself though?
I mean, if there's a fucking
Answer my
legal
question.
document obliging you to do something,
Barker.
you fucking do it.
Barker, hear me out.
Especially when it's morally right. What the fuck?
Do you understand?
A lot of
I'm not-
black and
I'm not
brown
trying to
kids
get
facing that
money
same
from
issue
my
every
dad
day.
for some shit like that my mom buys me because she loves me.
But you could ask
I
what
try
you
to
paid
get
for.
it for fucking education, which he
Your shit
promised
could have been
me.
paid for, Barker. All you had to do was listen and do what your parents asked. Your shit could have been paid.
But
for.
I don't want to live the life my parents planned for
So
me.
that was your choice. Are we talking choice? That was your choice.
Yeah,
A
but
lot of
there,
people don't
it's,
have the choice, Barker, and that's where your privilege is coming in again.
Yeah.
if anyone would want to live a life that isn't theirs, they're not my fucking friend.
Remember that time you were telling me?
I don't have friends that live lives that
Bro.
that they don't want to fucking live.
Barker, you make this shit sound like you in a dungeon.
friends, yes.
Dungeon.
Brothers,
you
no.
make this shit sound like you in a dungeon.
Yeah, dude.
You be in a
Have you
Hamptons.
ever been?
Bro,
have you ever been
got
locked in a?
some homes.
Yo, you don't know what the fucking Hamptons is, bro.
That shit
You don't know what that shit is, bro.
I wanna go more. Fuck you, man.
Hold on a second.
You don't know what the Hamptons is.
Hold on a second.
You don't know.
Hold on a second.
Like you're in no position to judge me. It makes you look like an asshole.
Hold on a second. I gotta tell y'all both.
It's a contract.
Internet, this is the last time y'all will ever hear Barker Yeezus and GY on the Talkitecture podcast, because these niggas do not shut up. All right?
I love that.
Like, this is the last episode you hear these niggas.
That was a
I
great
only speak
exchange.
from experience.
Continue to speak.
Listen, let's take a quick
Because this
break.
is the last time we're going to hear you.
Listen, let's take a quick break, and we're going to get back to Premium Pete and find out, the origins of the Premium Pete show, the evolution of that. As we see. You know what I mean?
Yo. We here.
How it started to how it where it's at right now.
Jesus therapy. We got to rename this Barker Yeezus therapy. Like, Premium Pete.
Shout out to listen.
Premium Pete was Combat Jack Show, not the best therapy you had ever been. The best AA group, the best NA meeting.
We had therapists on the show to give us therapy.
And we had therapists
Real
too.
therapy.
And we had therapists too. But a place to meet every week.
Shout out to Maya Pettiford.
I have the privilege of talking to a lot of guys around your age in groups by themselves and shit. And there's always one guy.
You got a
very
Supreme hat
similar
on.
to you, right? And I always tell guys like like that thing you do is cute because you're 22. Right? It's real cute. It's funny. You're quirky, right? But like when you're 35, bro, if you don't handle whatever it is that's going on with you, because there clearly is something going on.
When I'm 35, I'm going to be handling your next divorce.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna.
I'm not going to tell people.
He's already got his future baggage.
Yeah.
He's already put gangrene in his future baggage.
Barkus, you're bipolar, bro. Okay,
Pardon,
you're fucking bipolar.
that is
You're bipolar.
what you're saying right now.
No.
Is a
Bargie's
shit
is
opinion. It is
tripolar.
worth $0.
Bargie's will try that
and
polar.
it's bullshit.
Can you crystallize that polar?
It's not evidence.
try that
Barker,
polar.
I want you, Barker.
I'm not a professional.
on his
Because
weed.
you're toxic. You're projecting fucking toxic
I can
shit on
fucking-
yourself.
no, I can- I
Instead
don't
of
give
being
a fuck.
open-minded
I
to
don't give a
what can
fuck what
happen.
people think about me.
This is not
Other
a
than
judgment.
My brothers that know me very
Barker,
well.
look at me.
You sound like a spoiled
Barker,
white
Barker.
privileged
I
kid.
have the privilege to not give a fuck what people think about me.
There you
We
go.
all
I don't
do.
have to
Yeah, but
worry
you're very angry about it.
money.
Why are
There
you
you
so
go.
angry about it?
Because you're fucking trying to make
Barker.
me feel like this is a blessing.
Barker.
That I could choose
Look at me, yeah.
between doing
Right,
my own
right.
thing. That like having the option to be someone's bitch
Right.
and live a fake
Who's someone's
fucking
bitch?
life
Right.
is a privilege.
I got it. So listen, again, what you're doing, this whole thing you're doing, it's cute, right?
You're a real motherfucker.
No. Listen.
You're a real motherfucker.
Listen.
Would you give that up for any amount of money? Really?
Okay.
Yeah, but what money? Are you
This
talking
thing
about?
that you're doing, right? This whole you're a real mother, all that. It's cute now. When you get, it's fascinating. And I'm sure it gets you girls because they see you're like this
I don't
bad
do
boy,
this shit
and they're
for
gonna
bitches.
fix you. Look, I was you. I'm telling you, it's gonna stop being cute.
It's not.
You've got a
I don't
point.
give. You don't understand what you're trying to what you're trying to, how you're trying to envelop my story, dude.
I'm not trying to envelop
It's not an
anything.
excuse. What I'm telling you is it's just cathartic. I don't give a fuck who listens to this.
I know.
I really don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's nice.
I deadass don't give a fuck. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's cool. But that's
Right
great.
now, I'm
You're
being
in the moment.
selfish.
Yes,
Wait,
no,
I'm being selfish.
That's dope. That's dope.
You got
don't
me
care.
to talk about something that I just want to get off my chest.
Right. That's dope.
Yeah, but you
Okay,
shouldn't say you don't give a
I don't
fuck
tell
what-
people what my experience is. I don't give a fuck if they know me like that.
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
Right.
As long as my fucking friends I would literally die for
Right.
know me for me
Right.
and my family that hasn't tried
this
to
thing that
fucking
he's doing,
sabotage me into being a Starbucks worker.
Yeah.
You
When
know,
you're-
because that's
when
what
you're-
my family wanted.
Chris,
My
how
family
much of
wanted
this
me to
gets
work at
edited out?
Starbucks.
Listen.
They wanted to kill a mind,
Pete.
because they're scared of it.
When he does
That's what my
this
parents wanted. They
in
wanted to
front of
kill a
girls,
mind. And that's fucking
they're
savage.
head over heels.
That's savage in any culture. To want to kill your kid's mind. That's crazy. To
This
silence that.
Women find
That's
this
bullshit.
attractive.
Yeah.
Girls his age find this attractive.
Yeah.
He gets girls, this guy.
Because they think they could.
Because
fix them.
they think he.
I
can
don't
fix
get
him.
girls. First of all, I don't do
he-
this for anybody other than God, yo.
I know. So
right,
wait,
I'm gonna
so
take a
this
break.
act works.
It's not an act. You're fucking full of shit, Haitian Miguel.
right.
You're fucking acting. You're the one that covers your face, bro. You're a real good guy. You're trying to be a fucking asshole. I get it, bro.
I'm not trying to be an asshole.
You
So
are.
this thing that he's doing right now, right? It works. That's why he
It's
doesn't.
fucking true.
It works
No, first
until
of all,
it's.
first of all,
They
why-
got a saying in Polish, kłamstwa mają
what? Hold on,
krótkie
hold on.
Stop
nogi.
him. Let
Miguel,
him
Miguel,
go.
Miguel. We've
Life is
also
short life.
rewarded this also.
Yeah,
Remember, hold
that's
on,
my
hold on.
point.
We've
He
also
gets
rewarded
rewarded
this.
for it.
He also rewarded
Until
this.
he stops.
And you know what? And you know
Until
what?
the parents stop feeding it. Until the real world starts smashing.
I don't have to worry about money for the rest of my life, bro. I'm set.
listen.
I'm dead ass set. Both my
look at
parents
me.
could die right now.
I promise you.
Why would they have to die?
What? I'm just saying.
Listen
I'm
to me.
good.
My friend, look into me.
My backup plan
G-Why,
is all
could you
the
get
seasons.
G-Why the mic, please?
Atrocious right now.
I promise you.
This is annoying.
G-Why,
I
could you
promise
please
you.
do a Talkitecture disclaimer for Barry
At some
users?
point,
The views of Barker users
that
are not
wall.
necessarily the views of the Talkitecture podcast.
Yo, all I'm gonna say is those that know BDO.
All right, thank you.
Barker,
when
Thanks,
you
Barker.
hit that
Barker,
wall,
Barker,
you're like the
Barker.
hot girl.
Hold on a second, y'all.
You're
Listen,
that
listen,
hot
Don't kill your
girl
parents,
that
G.
really roots everybody when
Listen,
she's young and she hits the fucking wall and then she walks into
Hot
the bar.
girl gives a fuck. I don't.
Okay.
Hot girl wants attention.
right.
I don't want bad
All right.
attention. It
All right.
helps
Yes,
me somehow.
You want the
but-
attention bad, buddy.
No, bro.
He wants
just
he wants
want
attention
my-
very badly. He
Well,
wants
Fred.
attention very bad. And that's all right.
Fred,
That's
it's
and that's
cool.
good. And that's good for
I
you.
love
and
it.
that's
This is
good for
great.
you.
No,
That's good for you. But that's not
No, it's
good
good for the
That's not
podcast.
good for no, that's not good for
Let me
this
ask you,
podcast.
what do you
Yeah,
think?
nah.
What do
That's
you
not good for this podcast.
Not good for the podcast.
Well, then
but-
kick me off because
You
that's.
know,
It's not about.
Yeah,
it's not
no,
about
no, you already left. You already left. But we're still recording here because you don't have the good sense that God gave you to say, "Hey, thank y'all for your time. I'll see y'all again sometime." That would be.
Because we're fucking. You're not. We're not keeping track of time, dude.
Well, hold on for
we're
a second.
fucking chilling.
What I did tell the people that are listening is, and G-Why, I'm sorry that you get the fragment of this too, but we're gonna reorganize the space inside, and I think G-Why, I can't say that I'm not gonna ask you to come back because that's not true. Me and you just have we got to find a better chemistry. Thank you. G-Why, we'll be in touch with you. Thank you, Bargies. We'll be in touch with you.
People listening to Talkitecture, buy your own frames. Fuck's sake. There's a great place in Brooklyn. It's called
That-
Garbage. Junk.
Bargies,
Excuse me,
your
junk.
white privilege is why you
Your
won't
white privilege has
why you won't
expired.
get up.
Oh yeah,
and leave it.
yeah. Put whatever fucking frame on it. Fuck you. Fight me.
Right. Okay.
Are you,
With your
are you
mind.
being serious, man?
Bargies.
Are you being serious?
Being
Barker
dead
Jesus?
fucking serious.
Bargies. Listen. Again, that's white privilege allowing you
No.
to come in here and threaten.
White privilege is the reason why you can use such a tone
Yes.
against me.
There's
And I'm not
not
fucking white.
And I do have white privilege.
I got you. You're
I
trying
have-
to make
I
me look
do.
like a poor
What the
little
fuck
rich
are you?
kid.
I
You're
do.
trying to make me look like a
I
poor
do
little rich kid,
maximize
and
my
you're
white
fucking
privilege.
failing
Barker,
at
just-
it.
Internet.
You're failing at it.
And Jenkins allows you
Failing
to
at
have
it.
white privilege.
You have failed.
I failed.
You failed
with you.
your agenda.
With
you
you.
have an agenda. I don't have an agenda.
I mean,
That's the
listen.
difference between you and I.
Okay.
I fuck with you, Dallas, but you have an
That's
agenda.
dope. That's
Everyone
dope.
here has an agenda except for me. Money comes, great. Doesn't come, I'm still getting pussy.
Can I
I'm
ask you a
still
question?
eating.
If you don't have an agenda, why are you still
100%.
in the room?
You are gonna get pussy.
Because I'm enjoying
You're
this right
not.
now.
Why are
gonna
you still in the
stop
room when
getting
you're not
pussy.
wanted here? Why are you still in the room when you're not wanted here?
I'm not welcome here. I'm out.
Right.
That's it. You just leave like that?
Yes, he does.
Dallas is the host. If Dallas says
Listen, first of all, he used white privilege to threaten me.
Yeah. He
No.
he did.
That was a
You
lot
should
of white
no. You
privilege.
should.
This is-
Barker Jesus.
is-
You're not wanted here. Your energy is not wanted in the space.
well, I'm not gonna go with the flow and let you fucking frame me for something I'm not.
You're not being framed.
I'm fucking not down for that shit.
I'm just telling you that you're not wanted in
Try
the
to put a
space.
fake frame. Yo, shout out Moneybag Yo. Big facts.
Wow.
Listen to that shit, dude.
Bet.
Dope
Where-
song.
where-
Actually, I fuck with
where's
Moneybag
the-
Yo.
This is
Bet.
Barker's
Bet.
this is
Bet.
Barker's last
This
show.
shit, wow.
Yes,
This
I
is-
mean,
Dallas.
this is
Escalated rather.
Well, let me ask you something.
This is-
what do you
this
think
is-
you contributed to the Talkitecture podcast? Because you're
fucking
too loud
energy.
and but why? Well, let me ask you something.
he does have
vomit
energy.
on
He
that
does have
rug over
energy.
there.
But and he said it properly because energy, it can be positive or negative, can be good or bad. Energy doesn't have judgment, but it does move in directions.
I worry about you, Barker's users. I worry about you.
I start listening to you.
The wall he's going to hit makes me worry. It makes me. It doesn't make me worry. I know he's going to hit it. It's inevitable.
He'll fall upwards.
I don't know what's going to happen.
He will fall upwards.
I do know that
He'll
inevitably
fall
you're gonna hit that wall.
upwards.
And I like you, bro. I really do. I wish you would find help. And maybe we'll meet.
Who's paying you to say that? Who the fuck is paying you to say that?
You want to know? You really want to know?
See, that's-
You want to do this with me?
Yo, listen.
You
Hold
wanna
on.
do
Hey,
this shit with me
Miguel,
today?
slow down for a second.
No. First
That's
of all,
your mistake. I'm gonna tell you.
First of all,
hold on.
This is
Dallas,
this is the most white privilege
Dallas,
I've had in about 40 years.
Dallas, let me interrupt you. As I'm sitting back and I'm just hearing this
Yes,
conversation.
this is the most.
I'm scrolling on YouTube and I'm looking at the.
You got my back?
Well, hold on. I'm talking. I'm looking at the work.
Yes,
Look at the work, ladies and gentlemen.
yes.
What we're doing in this room does not reflect the work that you see on the screen. And I'll be damned if any one of you ruin the work. Like, this is the motherfucking Loudspeakers Network. Hello? Like, how invested are you into... I'm talking to everybody here. Not one person, not everybody. Outside of Pete. Pete know what it is. The fuck are y'all doing?
He's still loudspeakers.
What? No, I'm saying he knows. I don't have to preach to him.
history.
I'm saying what bigger picture shit.
Listen,
This is a
listen. Remember we
Like, what-
remember we opened this episode talking about Brian Pace and somebody we thought was official.
Yo, Ben
And we
Amin.
entertained
Hold on.
Brian Pace.
What does Ben Amin do right now? Huh? Did anybody know who Ben Amin is? And if you don't know who Ben Amin is, you should think about not being in this room. What does Ben Amin do right now, Dallas Penn? Where did he come from and what does he do now?
He's out in Hollywood getting his hair braided.
But what's he doing in Hollywood?
In Venice Beach.
But off of...
He's working in Hollywood.
Right, so from
Right,
making
TV shows.
television.
where did he come from?
He came out of jail.
He got deported.
Ben Amin was in jail.
Everybody don't need to know that. Everybody don't need to know that part, though. What I'm saying is, he come from a podcast, bro. He started doing podcasts.
He went to Howard University. Then he went to jail. Then he went to a podcast.
Right.
And that's how we
Now
got him.
he's in Hollywood.
He's chilling.
But how do you, right, but the journey, right? The journey from podcast, listen,
King, you're making a great point.
the jail shit, that was situational.
That was uncalled for.
I would never bring up
The Dallas Penn.
Abu Dhabi.
What I think you're saying, but keep in mind, what I think you're saying too is,
Why is Azim on this? Well, why is his face?
I don't know, get him out of there. But I think,
Yo, what is Ben Amin's? What's his critique of the show? Have you spoken to him about it? He's listened to it a few times.
I did speak to him about it. I don't know if it's the right temperature right now to say to repeat. Because and again, it's yeah. I will.
You already know.
no, listen, Barkins Jesus, I want to give you some advice, man. You take it or leave it, okay? It's what you have to understand something. You have to contribute to the show too. And I'm not saying you don't. I'm not here all week, but I'm saying you don't have to be all this loud and angry and upset and hurt anger about what you're going through. You should use these people to form friendships to talk about the shit you're going through.
I don't
Never
use
a level
people
of
to form friendships. First,
I don't
off.
mean use, okay? Now you're being a dick. Listen to what the fuck I'm saying.
Listen
I'm
to the
saying
words.
use like meaning like be, like get advice and listen and learn and
What Peter's saying is if you
I don't
can't
take
be
advice like
used,
that.
you're useless.
yeah.
Because, like, if my knees have never been fucked up, why would I listen to what a physical trainer tells me to do to prevent an injury? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, but
I have my fucking routine.
I already said your
I know how to
energy-
ice
your
my own
energy's
shit.
toxic and your energy's foul and it hurts my heart.
You're
But
in a
you-
minority of people that think that.
But no,
I am
That I don't give a fuck
Barkin,
about, usually.
I am minority,
Barkin,
man.
you've never respected this space enough.
I respect the
no,
truth.
you didn't, Barkin.
Listen,
You've
hold on
never
for a second,
taken.
hold on
You've
for a second, hold on
never
for a second.
taken this
Hold on for a second.
completely seriously. You've always taken it as a joke. You've never
Not
come
as a
in
joke.
here. You've never come in here professional. And yes, this is a place that we come and we laugh and we joke and we have fun. But there's a level of respect that's supposed to come in here and that you've never, ever shown which comes from your privilege. And I don't care what you say. Stop.
Hold on for a second.
Stop.
Shut up.
Because I've let you talk for an hour and change about this nonsense. And there's just a level that you just don't fucking get. And I don't know. And I'm going to blame it on your privilege and I'm going to blame it on your youth. But just shut the fuck up, bro. Just shut the fuck up. Because my mom used to always tell me, everybody can't be wrong. So if everybody's saying
Sounds like hate.
If everybody
Hate.
is saying,
I don't wanna
shut
listen
the
to hate.
fuck up.
Well, I'm gonna fucking
If everybody's saying the same fucking thing,
Marcus,
shut
you being a
up.
little baby.
Deal with the girl fucking.
You're a little
Yes.
baby.
No. We need Barker's energy out of here. Why are you bringing him
Yo, why
back
do you
here?
keep
Why
coming
you use the
back?
white privilege to bring this
Because
man
I
back?
enjoy being here.
We
All I
don't
wanna
want
say-
you here.
I'm not a fucking actor.
I
You can't
don't
expect
want
me to
you
act.
here.
Because they don't want you here.
You want me to
Marcus.
act?
You gotta leave, bro.
I don't want you.
Okay, fantastic.
Bye, Marcus. Say goodbye to everyone. Thank people.
No, Pete.
Thank you.
Pete, shut the fuck up. You shut up now.
I appreciate it.
He is walking out the door.
Okay.
Let him walk out the
kidding me?
door.
I had someone screaming
I need your energy out of the
All right, bye,
space.
Marcus.
Oh God, you guys are just.
I need your energy out of the
bad
space.
guys, fucking haters.
Yes, thank you.
Fucking, I don't.
Thank you. I need your energy out of the
trying to
space.
teach me how to
This little
live my
confined
fucking
room
life.
is not. You're
You're
not.
trying to tell me who I fucking am.
I'm telling you that I don't want your energy
You
in the
guys are
space.
judging me as a negative human being, and I've
No.
done nothing but good
No.
things.
Don't never play.
No, you're a human being.
I'm not letting.
again.
I'm not letting you guys put a fucking shit frame on me because I'm not a shit person. And
We won't,
Why
we
would
won't.
you want to frame me for
We
being a
won't-
shit
we won't
person?
publish any of
All
this.
I want to do is use this as a
We won't publish
platform
any of this. Like-
to, do cool things. But it
That's
can't
dope.
be
That's dope.
cool
But
if
I
it's
can't
fake.
fuck with you. I can't fuck with you in the space. Your energy is off. Your energy is
You guys
there's a
made
little
it that
tiny
way
space right
today.
here. Well then Barker, please do the right thing. Do the moral thing. Are you not a moral man?
I'm a man of morals and principles.
Then there's the moral and principle. When the host asks you, says, "Hey, listen,"
Then I leave.
right? All right. That was the most white privilege I've had since I went to school in College Point. And we used to have to, man, if the yellow bus, Varsity Transit, wasn't running, that means we had to take the city bus. City bus brought us down College Point Boulevard. 2 blocks away from the school was the bus stop. And there was like a supermarket that the bus dropped you off in front of. And the neighborhood kids will be over there sometimes with their bikes, whatever, neighborhood kids, man. It's an Italian, Irish neighborhood, working class. Children of the factory workers. The fucking, these are white people that's tight because you're fucking learning to read, and I can't fucking read. And my dad works in a factory here in College Point making fucking, toxic shit. And you're coming out here to my neighborhood to learn how to fucking read because these white people, the Lutherans, want to teach niggas to read. Lutherans want to teach everybody to read. That's why we got to do away with books, man. Niggas is reading.
Yo, man, I'm highly disappointed. The one thing about this podcast shit is that we've. You don't have to film this, Chris. That we've continuously done, and we probably continue to do, is provide opportunity for new voices. This is how we've started. That's the podcast game, and to see that happen, it's very. It goes against what we're about, and that was crazy, bro.
Yeah, that was, and again, like I say, G, I apologize to you, man, but we'll have to figure out in the next season how we work with you, because I listened to our joints and I'm like, we've been together enough time now that we're not in sync. So I'm gonna do a reconfiguration. I'm gonna see what yes, but it doesn't stop.
It never stopped. No, I respect it,
All right,
and I respect you. I respect everybody in the spaceship. Like,
that was crazy.
I honestly, guys, like, the podcast.
We've been anytime that motherfucker's here, he is in therapy, and we are enabling his therapy.
And the thing is, you would think that he would embrace the knowledge and wisdom. And just
it was rewarded behavior.
When a woman, listen, first of all, when a woman,
Hawaii Mike leaned on to me, and I didn't fucking heed what he said to me.
Yo, he fucked up that Hawaii.
Hawaii Mike was like, Hawaii Mike said, "That's your man."
Fucking up that incident.
And I'm like, yeah, he's kind of wild card. He's like, that's who, you got. rocking for you? That's your team? And I was just like, yeah, but he's like, he's a wild card, but Hawaii Mike is somebody that always he's kind of a talent aggregator anyhow.
And he's heavy into mental health, and he sees the signs.
He's heavy into mental health. He's heavy into moving. He got me overseas. He got me overseas with a check. And when I was doing that force field shit.
Force field, yeah.
When I was doing that sneaker care product. And that force field product worked, but them niggas was new in the game. They had a check. I was in London. I was international again. Right. Oh shit. But then I was fucking up.
Damn.
Got a diabetic ulcer in the foot.
Oh yes.
This was the one when it got gangrenous. That was the crazy shit. That was
right. That's when you was on a flight mad long.
Right,
it's crazy, man.
Sometimes it's good to. I like to give niggas rope.
You were giving him rope for a while.
And that was great because like
he
the
was
whole
doing all the
privilege,
yelling in here.
Yeah, that was great.
And he's complaining about the yelling at him. Nobody was yelling at him.
The thing that he did.
I hope he doesn't put no more holes. He just patched the holes in his walls.
Oh, tonight he's getting arrested tonight.
Yeah.
What he did when he started going on and on about his dad and the guitar lessons and the Hamptons being horrible, that was rope. That was rope.
Part.
And I hope everybody that's listening goes back and listens to this fucking idiot go on and on and on and talk about how he's not privileged and how horrible the Hamptons are and
that's crazy,
Brown and guitar lessons. That's how you people sound to us.
But but what he's
that's why I gave this fucking idiot rope.
He spoke to something that white privilege shit is real because
super real.
What he said that was interesting was that what he was accustomed to, all the riches, his father said he shut that down. Now it's always right. We don't know the why, right? So the fact that he shut it down. He's angry about that, right?
And he's full of shit. And first episode, his mother was a nurse, and he's just getting by. It was all this fucking bullshit that he was handing us about how, his father was this fucking horrible person. They left, and, it's just me and my mom. I'm just trying to get by. I go to a city college. You go to a city college because they threw you out of the Ivy Leagues, you fucking lunatic. That's the real story, and it came out today. Right? Your mother's not this working class person trying to get by. They all do that too, to try to connect.
Sure.
He got us the first few episodes, then he does this shit. It's Robert Chambers all over again. He's going to kill someone, guaranteed.
Damn.
Or himself.
But he was feeding us bullshit tonight. When Pete asked him like why he wanted to be here, whatever. Oh, I like being around the people.
No,
and he gave us that generic ass fucking answer.
Nice.
Meanwhile, you come to the fucking Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival and didn't show up to the fucking Talkitecture fucking booth. Fuck you, bro. You don't like being around us unless we're recording.
Listen, when a woman speak, you must silence yourself.
First of all, you have to contribute something. And that's not contributions. That's a lot of, he needs to fix himself. I never forget, I know when I had issues, I couldn't, I couldn't stop doing different drugs. I couldn't stop getting in trouble.
Right.
And I knew I needed to go away.
Right.
But I didn't want to go away.
Right.
Because I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to change my lifestyle. But that recharge changed everything, and he needs that.
It's not going to happen because guys like him, they have, as you may know in the rooms, they call very high bottoms. Right? So it's never going to be homelessness. It's not going to be anything crazy like that for a guy like him, right? It's just going to be tumbling.
Eventually
through
it will. At some point it will.
He's gonna
But it's definitely going to be deferred.
It's going to be deferred. He will hit a wall, like I mentioned, to the hot girl at the bar. She's not so hot when she's 38. She just isn't.
Yeah,
it's not the same thing. And it's him. And that act that he does, and I know I'm going to get a lot of shit on this social media, but that thing he does, women love that. He's a young guy, handsome kid, Robert Chambers, just out of control. Women love a bad boy. Women love a guy that they think they're going to fix. That's why he's always talking about how much ass he's getting, this, that, the other. It's going to stop. And he gets a lot of attention from it, right? So it's why stop it?
Sure. And he doesn't see,
But that wall's coming, baby.
Listen, I blame Brother Chris. I think he put the juju on this kid. It's like
Chris,
he was just sitting
Chris
back
called
smiling.
it from day one.
Chris was sitting back
Chris
with his arms
hated
folded.
him from
He
day
was
one.
a kid in a candy store tonight, brother.
Chris, I was like, like from day one, Chris had a thing against this kid. I was like, oh, Chris is just fucking racist. He just wants to take pictures of Dominican women. He wants a Dominican woman in this seat.
Let's talk about that. Haitian Miguel.
Oh.
The Dominican, his obsession with Dominicans. You know that girl. Hey, DP, you know that girl he brought here, the photographer. When
What,
it was
dangerous?
Yes,
Dominican.
yes, her.
Her name. Yo, Dominicans. Who names their kids better names than Dominicans?
Yo, he brought another Dominican here, and I'm like, what's going on with you, bro? You want the mic?
Danjaling.
Give him the mic, please. Dandalin.
With a J.
Ramonis.
With a J.
Listen. I don't have an obsession with Dominican women. I'll have I love white women.
Oh,
Drop some mic. I'm kidding.
Do me a
I'm kidding.
favor, yeah.
Here you go.
Edit that one. Edit that. Edit that.
Nah, but real talk. I do want to say, I remember being in a group home when I was 17 years old. And, just turning 17, I'll never forget. And that was the first time I realized people have real life problems. And what I mean by that is we were in a room in a group that was like 12 hours, and people just sat there. And we had a dude like 6'5", and they asked him like, what's he going through? And they brought a punching bag out for him. And we never knew, but his mother used to strip. His father used to make his mother strip because then he didn't want to go work. And he beat that bag up. Like, he had so much problems. And then there was like nietas and different type of gang members that were crying.
Right.
They were sexually molested.
Right.
So and the point I'm trying to make is you don't realize people go through shit. You got to open up. You got to find some way to get that out. You know what I mean? We all have all fucked up shit. But the sad thing about it is somebody like that needs to be driven around and see somebody with no foot, or somebody with missing a fucking hand, or somebody fucking who hasn't slept in a bed and because his fucking thoughts like, oh my God, I can't go to guitar lessons anymore.
Yeah.
That's fucking white privilege.
That is. And I hope, again, that you guys listen to him. That's why we let him speak. Right? So you can. It's like if we kept cutting him off, he wouldn't be able to get that all out.
Sure.
So he got it all out very clearly where the pain is coming from. The pain is coming from his dad cutting off
The guitar lessons,
bro.
He couldn't see Neil.
Life
at
is
the Eric
over.
Clapton concert at MSG.
Hey man, listen.
Well, Premium Peak, man, good to see you, brother.
Yeah,
man.
good to see you. Good to be seen.
Yes,
Good to be
indeed.
seen.
Yes,
Good to
indeed.
be
Yes,
seen,
indeed.
you know?
Hanging out with us, man. How is the Premium Peak show doing?
Premium. I'm fucking. This has been.
You had red wine. You had some red wine tonight.
No, I did not.
Oh,
This
okay,
is
okay.
just. I had that bark as Jesus. That's the
Man,
fucking,
yeah, I was right.
Now,
That was
you-
intoxicating.
The Premium Pete Show.
Yeah.
It's a solo podcast, right? Did you?
Yo, hold on for a second.
No, I'm just asking.
This guy Jimmy Spice over here. Nah, man, stop that. Stop that, man. Stop that.
Internet for those who don't know. That's what I'm.
For those who don't know, then they
I'm
can just know
asking
that
the
it's the
question
Premium
for
Peak
them.
No,
show.
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh,
like,
it's just you?
yeah. That's what we want to know. Like, is it? Just
I mean,
you?
occasionally I stop by.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you
Cross.
wait? How long is the show? What happens? Do you have guests? I take it.
Yeah, we have guests, and
Who's we? It's just you.
No, I mean, my imaginary friends. No, I
Are
would
you
get,
bipolar, Premium Peak?
At times, I feel like we're all bipolar.
I think you're tripolar.
I feel like we could be.
I think you've tried pole.
I try. Yeah. Pause to try and poll though. BD. Forget about it.
Forget
Yo,
about
what is
it.
What is this kid doing, yo, King?
No, I'm just.
Come on, man. Come on.
I'm
That's
on the
Jimmy
internet.
Spice over there.
I'm on the internet.
No, Jimmy Spice with the curly hair.
I feel like you've taken off. Like your star is rising.
Yeah, I mean, well, what do you,
I
feel like
I
you're-
said Google Premium Pete and Drake.
that's
yeah.
old. That's old.
Watch them putting
Yes, Gary.
their tongue in each other's ear.
Oh my God, there he is on the left. Yeah, but nobody could see this, bro.
Drake was rapping over
very old.
Jay Dilla.
Now
Jay Dilla
them
beats.
niggas have mustaches.
He
Now
got lugs. Look at Drake got
All
lugs.
niggas got fucking rape face, creep face.
I like your sneakers.
Yo,
Your
can you
sneakers are
zoom that in,
always
man?
so
See them
dope.
niggas both got creep face.
Pete,
Look at Premium P face with no face.
Premium Pete look like Michael Pratt with no hair on his face. Shout out to Michael Pratt. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike Pratt. Shout out to Mike Pratt.
We're staring at pictures.
Nah, Mike Pratt's at home.
We're staring at pictures while on a podcast.
I know,
guys.
right? This should be video.
Internet can Google it while we fucking with him.
Yo, Pete look like
Internet, y'all
Pete
must
was selling
Google
some-
Premium Pete and Drake, and see the picture of them together. Neither of them have mustaches on. They both look like two fucking creeps.
Pete looked like he was selling it hard white, allegedly.
No, not this time. No,
Premium Pete dressed in all black, looking like a motherfucking definitely looking like a bag man.
Yeah, definitely.
You got good K2 on deck.
Yeah.
He definitely got something.
Yo, Drake
he got some kind of.
Drake got on lugs.
No, those were Red Wings.
Red Wings, yeah.
Okay.
He tucks his jeans into the Red Wings.
Good to be seen, Dallas. Good to be seen. This was an adventurous night, man.
Yes.
You know?
So I feel your star is rising.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I think you're gonna get one of those plaques soon.
Yeah.
I feel that
Not only
coming.
look, I love. We all, meaning Dallas, King, and other people have been doing podcasts a long time. I feel like we just continue to do that, but I do believe there's so many doors opening, or can be open or will be open for, and this goes for anybody, even outside of podcasting. I feel like podcasting is the liaison between everything in life, what you're doing, where you sit down with people and you never know the relationship you could build. Just like when you're on Twitter, I'm sure anyone could say they met people or started working for people or became friends with people, started dating people. Social media, I feel like, has that. Podcast is similar to that.
Right.
Oh shit.
Yeah. A King has a whole.
A King used to be the super producer. That's not the super producer.
That's
right
not.
No. A King. What we didn't realize, A King was always the super creep.
Yeah.
We never really studied that because A King was just. But now,
hold on.
think about it. All those years of A King always being accessible.
Yep.
Always being like just kind of watching the comings and goings
Consistent.
of PNC radio and Latino radio. What was that? Latino radio.
You wear a hat, and
You
it bothers
you
me.
had the vision. You had the vision turned on, seeing the comings and goings.
Take the hat off, because I'll tell you something.
this?
And Pete, you can speak to this too.
Oh, did A King have white privilege with that curly hair?
Yeah.
I got white privilege.
No,
With that curly hair?
Nah, I don't have white privilege.
we're follically challenged, Pete and I.
Damn.
And when we look at you, you're always covering your head, and you have this beautiful head of hair.
Well, I don't have a
This
shape, so I
beautiful
just have a hat on.
curly hair, Trinidadian.
No,
you got the Indian
I'm not-
Trinidad
wet
hair.
weave.
Yep.
Kid,
He got
right?
the coolie.
You got the coolie hair.
He got the coolie.
Could you take it off? Could you take the hat off again, please? No.
Did they ever
Paul
call you
Mills.
coolie boy? King,
Look,
when you
look
was
at this.
kid.
Look at this head.
yeah.
Look at this head of hair.
Cool.
Really? So you
Such a
was
fucking cute
see,
little
hold on
kid.
a
But they
second.
said that
he
don't-
was
They said that calling
Coolie
somebody
King.
coolie is like calling him a nigga. So that,
Nah, it ain't like calling him a nigga. He was Coolie King
fucking hair.
with the earring.
And it's good hair. It's like it's curly. Look
You
at
seen
this.
that? You seen that
All
photo
right,
shoot he
relax.
did?
Fucking jealous over here.
That was King with the earring.
Is such a troll, yo.
Sitting over here with a hat on all
Yeah.
fucking day. I'm enough with the hat. I want all your hats, by the
you
way.
see what I do to it soon.
What? Oh, the hair, really?
He's gonna dye it pink.
Oh shit!
Him and Lil Uzi.
All right, so internet, y'all got something
really
that
took the hat
he didn't
off.
even know we was gonna give y'all, and we thought we was gonna give y'all
Totally
something.
went left, but hey,
Yeah,
listen,
no. We was already ready to go left.
hit us up on Instagram, social, Twitter, anything, and let us know your thoughts on this episode.
Let us know if you
Let us
still
know.
fucking with this shit.
Yeah, and just give us your analysis. Was Dallas Penn in the right to make an executive decision on the spot after the tumultuous? Is that the right word?
Tumultuous.
Took the hat off and
toxic.
everything went
Toxic
away. Put that
energy.
back on, kid.
Like and it's crazy about it is right. Premium Pete was mad reserved. The old Pete.
No,
Oh, my, he would've
Premium Pete used white privilege. He every time
Premium Pete had his legs folded like Dame
Premium Pete
Dash.
was like, no, come back in.
No, I didn't say that.
And stay with
I
us.
literally made
he was
him
like,
think.
why are you leaving? Why are you running? Why are you
you
leaving?
gonna leave like that?
Yeah. Where you going now? Now where you going?
Yo, and Pete,
Now where
you
you
didn't
going?
think everybody.
Well, yeah, he should.
He needed somebody
He
to call him
should.
back.
He
and-
came
and
back.
be
I don't
his
think he
friend.
wanted to leave though. He didn't want to leave.
Of course not. No one does.
Let me tell you something.
He's
Premium
he's
Pete
hurting
came
right now,
here
bro.
No one
tonight.
does. No one does. But this is
There was a whacking
expensive
involved.
therapy, man.
Somebody got
This
whacked.
has been several months of therapy. I do wish him well.
That guy's drug dealer's phone is going off like a high school bell.
Crazy. The beeper made it from fucking Chelsea to fucking LES in 2 minutes.
Internet.
Brown.
Man, thank y'all for fucking
Yes.
with this podcast called Talkitecture. We're gonna be right back. I mean, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop because when you hear this, man, we coming back next week. I know we are. All right, Jenkins and Jenkins, we need that sponsorship. Let's go. The Talkitecture podcast is a presentation of the Loudspeakers Network, where we always say rest in peace to Combat Jack. Episodes are executive produced by A. King and Dallas Penn. All episodes are engineered superbly by Brother Christopher. 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 By Brother